and guides on how to cook people.
Oh, what the
I need someone who wants to impregnate my little 16-year-old.
You got people on the other side paying to buy these. Like, it's just so demented both ways.
Him and his friends were just on there goofing around or whatever and came across it and they just like turned it off and just sat there. I couldn't even.
You guys can argue in the comments and let us know if you're for the vaccine, if you're against the vaccine. Welcome to another episode at Not Today Society. What is with my hand movements? They never make sense.
I'm Bonnie.
I'm Pat. And we are doing another episode on the dark web. I'm not going to say what I said. Okay, fine. We're taking a deep dive into the dark web. I said it. I did it.
Let's
Dark
do
web.
it.
Jumping in. If you haven't already and you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Let's jump into this.
Disturbing dark web stories that actually happened.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the story of Daisy's destruction, all done in one part, so keep up. Peter Scully, a man who lived in Australia, moved to the Philippines because child prostitution was so popular. Peter ran a website for pedophiles where people could buy videos for upwards of $10,000. Peter and his accomplice would lure children into his torture room and commit heinous acts for profit. The most famous film he created was titled Daisy's Destruction. The film featured three girls, Cindy, Liza, and Daisy, who was 18 months old at the time. The accomplice wore a mask and would hang these children upside down and torture them and record the entire thing. Peter Scully was arrested and charged for the heinous crimes he committed. Today, the website still lingers around because people were able to make backups of it. I will end this video with a message from one of the victims.
Never be happy again and not think about them.
I hope I can forget when I grow up.
Oh my God.
Wow. That is, I've heard of the whatever Scully. I wanted to do more info on him because I've come across.
That's the guy's name?
Yes, because when I was doing info on the dark web, like doing some research, not on the dark web, about the dark web, I still never been on it. No. But that guy came up, and I think I saw the Wikipedia on him, and he's the one who had a room, like in our past dark web episode, I said how people literally have rooms and pay to watch people get tortured, and he literally had one of those. Oh my God. But I didn't know that he had
three
young,
little
18 months old.
18 months, and then it looked like little children.
Oh, that is insane.
The last clip was like heartbreaking, where I guess
one of
they're
the survivors
being interviewed, and they translated to us saying, "I hope when I'm an adult I can forget this."
She's definitely getting therapy. I'm just happy that she's alive. I know what she went through is horrendous, but there's so many stories where it ends up with the victim dying, and that's just terrible. It's the guy who did this is now in jail for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. Could possibly die in jail or whatever.
Hopefully.
Yeah, whatever happens to him, like it's fine as long as he's caught. I'm just happy that the victim is alive and hopefully can rekindle, her life and through therapy kind of work through that. There's crazy crap on the dark web, as you can see. We're gonna keep going and see what else we have.
This is one of the most disturbing sites on the dark web. Cannibalism is happening everywhere around us and we have no clue. One night, me and my friends decided that we were gonna go on the dark web. And of course, we decided to click a random link from the hidden wiki. The link we clicked changed my life forever. It made me honestly open my eyes to the world. As soon as we clicked the link, we were in a slew of pictures and guides on how to cook people. But this page wasn't a joke. This page had so much information on what specific parts to cut, what specific parts taste the best, and what parts to get rid of. It even went as far as telling us exactly how to cook someone while they're actually alive. Don't ever go somewhere you're not supposed to be. I had to learn that lesson the hard way.
Oof.
Yo, I don't even know what to say. Like, the dark web is just insane.
It's disgusting.
That is crazy. You got like what we saw in the first one, which is like criminal, literally, and then you have this, which not that this isn't criminal, but it's just like the recipes for cooking people. Like, what?
Like, they obviously have. There are people that are freaking cannibals.
It's a figure of speech. Like, who needs to know that? Like, why is that info
But like, imagine
out
you're
there?
like a young kid. Like, I'm sure he was young when he started exploring on the dark web and comes across this stuff, and maybe pictures like could literally traumatize you.
Yeah, it's gonna scar a kid for life. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Wow. The dark web. Let's see how much deeper we can go.
8 years ago was the first time that I entered the dark web. That day, I was in my basement with a couple of friends that were looking up some spooky things that can scare the hell out of us, and we actually did get really scared. We ended up getting to a site, and on that site, there was CP. CP doesn't stand for cheese pizza. I'm not going to tell you what it stands for, but it was really bad. We were terrified. I turned off my laptop and I just sat there for like 5 minutes, me and my friends just staring at each other like, holy shit, what did we just see? There's a culture of CP on the dark web that is not really talked about too much. That's why I recommend you just watching my videos, because you're going to end up stumbling across this stuff whether you like it or not. There was another time that I was looking, and on this user's profile there were hundreds of items listed, and these items weren't just like regular files or programs, they were CP videos, and there were thumbnails for every single one of them. In every single one of those thumbnails there was a man wearing a horse mask. And I've asked a few other people as well that have gone on the dark web, have you accidentally stumbled across CP while you were on there? Every single person that I asked said yes, I have. That's why I don't recommend going on the dark web. Be more aware of it. It's just like the regular internet, but it's just harder to trace.
I mean, we could put 2 and 2 together. I don't want to say what.
That's why
CP
he's not
is.
saying it. You know, you guys can chat in the comments if you don't know what it is, but I'm sure put 2 and 2 together. It's about kids. We'll leave it at that. It's just crazy. Like,
I mean, he said him and his friends were just on there goofing around or whatever and came across it and they just like turned it off and just sat there like, what the fuck did I just
there's
see?
been plenty of other dark web folks that we've seen in other videos too, saying like, you're gonna click a link that you don't know what it is or what's on the other side. But the fact that there are people literally selling videos, like, that means there is someone, and not that it's new, we know this, but it's just crazy to think about it. There's someone out there doing this on a consistent basis, having to create these. And on the flip side, you got people on the other side paying to buy these. Like, it's just so demented both ways. And I just wish there was an easier way to trace and stop this. But unfortunately, with technology, it's making it harder.
Yeah.
It's making it harder to track all these people down. And now on the dark web, people are starting to do all this.
I do not recommend going. I mean, I will never go on the dark web purposely for that, because if I saw like thumbnails of CP, whatever, I would literally just break.
Yeah, I've never like when I was younger, I always like thought about going on the dark web before I knew like all this crazy stuff was on this, because it goes, oh, dark web, what's on there, blah blah blah. But now it's like, yeah, I've never done it, and it seems like
on the dark web.
Yeah, it seems like you can't control
what you see,
which is insane. I don't know. I would like to like find out if there's like a good use for the dark web. Like,
well, that's what people say. It's like, it's not that it's bad. Like there is. Like but you don't know what you're gonna come across, you know, for someone that doesn't know how to navigate. I guess. I don't know what necessarily you would need to do on the dark net that you wouldn't be able to do on the regular net.
If you guys have experience on how to access it, like without viewing and seeing dumb stuff, like bad illegal things.
But why would anyone need to go on the dark web?
I don't know.
You don't need to go on the dark web. You can use the regular web for anything that you need.
I know. I'm curious why. So let us know.
What's a good reason to use
Exactly.
dark web?
I've never been on it, so I genuinely want to know, because I'm sure there's going to be tons of people saying that there is good. I just don't know what it is. I genuinely don't.
There necessarily you can do anything on the regular net that, you know, there's no reason to access the dark net. There really isn't. If there's some magical good concept, okay, but no, I don't think there is.
And then why can't, if it is that it's all negative, why can't it be taken down? I know it's all like hidden, and
we spoke about that. Like,
we touched base on it.
Like, you know, if there's like a high profile kidnapping and it's linked to the dark net, like they'll take certain things down, but then they just pop back up.
Yes, websites will keep propagating. That I said. Yeah. I'm saying why. You need to access, they said in other videos, the Tor, the Onion router, all those things. Like, all that. Why can't that be taken down as a whole? The government can take down websites. There's been websites where it's like FBI owned now. You literally go on it, it's taken down. So I'm just curious why they can't do that. They use it to their leverage as well.
They probably use it for their...
I know, but it gets to a limit as, is there enough good that you're getting out of it versus can you take it down? Maybe it's just impossible. It's like the internet. You can't just take it down. I don't know.
That's what I
You educate us. I don't know. I haven't been on. I don't know enough about it. I'll do my own research, I guess.
Today we're going to go on some dark web forum pages. For those who don't know what the dark web is, this is where your TikTok, Google, YouTube, everything is. This is your deep web. This is kind of like your information page. And this is the dark web. This is kind of where all the bad stuff is, purposely hidden. And today we're going to go in the middle between the deep web and the dark web. Also, for the other videos, part 3 isn't out yet. The guy just hasn't replied to me yet, so I'm not going to make a video on it. The page I'm showing you guys today is pretty much a website where people can ask a question and get anonymous answers. This guy right here is looking for an untraceable email. I wonder why he would need an untraceable email. He's very keen on making it extremely hard to trace. This guy says, is it possible to gain access to psychiatric records? He says he has a friend who he thinks is a sociopath and he's trying to get his records illegally to see. This is where we get interesting. This guy asks, would I be able to get away with this method of murder? Andy says the person I plan on murdering is someone from my school. Pretty much he talks about how he's gonna poison this classmate, and then he gets an answer. He says, you won't get away with this method of murder, but let me help you. If you want to see more, make sure to follow.
But let me help you?
So
How about,
that wasn't
you
even
need-
the
that's
dark web. That
crazy.
was the deep web. So that's like the in-between.
I don't.
And
yeah, he
those
said
are
it
just
was
like
in
questions. But you see,
Q&A.
even the innocent type of question, oh, a hidden email. Like, why the fuck do you need a hidden email? But like every question was
That's where
negative.
like you need to get help. That person. That's why it sucks that it's so anonymous, because that's where you can stop a mass shooting at a school. So a kid literally wants to kill someone at school.
Yeah, the last
And he's,
example.
asking how to get away with it.
And
Like that's a child that needs help. He needs to be stopped before he acts on his thoughts.
Yeah. And then
That's
obviously
crazy.
he gets a anonymous answer saying you can't do it that way
But
that
let me
you're
help
planning
you.
it. I'll help you. Like that's
It just shows you that there are crazy, lots of crazy people. The people asking the questions and the people answering are, not
But like
right.
every example of the somewhat deep web part was, negative anyway. So
Going on there.
They're selling their bodies for money to these
Kids?
to these people. Yeah,
It's kids prostituting themselves.
Yes. Yeah. So one of them, I don't know if this is a real 16-year-old or not, but what was said was pretty disturbing regardless. It said, God, I really want to be a mom. I need someone who wants to impregnate my little 16-year-old. When I have our daughter, I'd let you do whatever you wanted from whatever age. Make me watch as you hurt her, making her scream, or if you prefer to gently groom her, teaching her how to lovingly. Don't worry if it's a boy. You can watch me teaching him how to properly a woman, teaching him how to slap and hurt me to. He'd be so cute trying to hard, but so little.
Oh my God.
So when I got these text messages and reading them even current day right now,
oh God.
That's crazy. So to put it, because there was a lot going on there, my mind was like not wrapping myself around that. The mom was trying to find someone to impregnate her 16-year-old daughter. That's how I took it, unless I misheard
Whoever
it.
the original person was, yes, they said impregnate the 16-year-old girl. And
Because
then
I want to be a grandma or something. Maybe I read.
I don't know. I missed that part. But whatever it was, the person on the dark net was saying, I need someone to impregnate the 16-year-old. And then whether it's a little girl or a little boy, and I'm not even going to say anything there because I couldn't even. Oh, God.
That's crazy. No, because I thought it was literally the mother of the child who was doing that. Regardless, it's just disgusting. But
They pretty much wanted
That's
to make a
crazy.
little baby so that they could torture. And then it was just, oh, God.
Yeah, the dark web got some.
Yeah,
But this guy here that we just saw, we've had another video on the dark web, which if I haven't linked already, I'll link it now. He's actually like an ethical hacker. He goes on the dark web and takes down a ton of these bad websites and
I'm hoping the
exposes a lot
reason
of these
why he
people.
was talking about this was that he took this thing
That's what he does. Yeah, he goes on, he takes the websites down, he exposes people, he gets people caught, all that stuff. So he's actually, it's awesome what this guy does.
Yeah.
I decided to try and explore the dark web, but I found something strange. I used a dark web search engine called Amia. There was a list of links, but something stood out. It was called Wicked. The devil on your shoulder. It had a strange emblem. Should I email them?
What was the last thing? I said the web.
This email accepts mail from Tor router, clear web accounts, and clear web accounts. But I don't know. We just watched.
I don't know.
I don't know what the IEI is. That like the Google of the dark web, and then they had there was like
What on there?
Whoops. Okay, I'm messing it up.
Yeah, that's why I don't. So yeah, I don't know what this guy was trying to show in this video. Maybe he got thrown into here. I really don't. Like I said, a lot of these were reacting to.
But it was like weird seeing at least like an example of the darknet or whatever.
Fresh Onions or something? And then it had like a list.
And then he said Wicked, stand it out, and then I
he's
don't
like,
know.
should I email the guy? Go ahead. Like, I don't know what the hell Wicked is. Like, I don't know.
But it's weird because like the first part looked like a regular website, you know. Always, whenever you think of like the dark net, you think of like dark and like mysterious.
Hey, the background was black with green writing. It's like incognito mode or the dark mode, whatever you call.
All right.
On the dark web, a woman put her baby in the oven and cooked him for 30 minutes. The only thing you could hear in the video is the screaming and crying of the baby.
Oh my God. Okay.
Is that true? Because that is disturbing. That is highly disturbing.
Oh my God.
That is highly disturbing. There are, like, I've heard of crazy people doing things like this is the point where, like, if you can't have a child,
what the fuck?
Drop him or her off at the fire department. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
why
leave it somewhere where someone can care for it.
But what's even fucking sicker is that there's people wanting to watch this. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's wow. Not much to say about that, so we're gonna hop on to the next one.
Today I'm going to show you the most disturbing parts of the internet. I haven't done this series in over 3 years, and the last time I did it, I got permanently banned. Let's see if I can go 2 for 2. Okay, for this video, I'm going to show you here. But if this video breaks 100,000 likes, I'll show you here. The first one we're going to talk about is Ted's caving story. This website was allegedly made in 2001, and it documents the experience a man named Ted and his friend had while exploring a mysterious cave. They're in these tunnels, and they see a small hole, which you'll see now. The small hole originally was big enough to fit just one hand in. So they determined that it is a good idea to break open the hole so that way they can fit inside of it. Grab some different equipment and just start drilling at the hole. The hole eventually looks like this, then this, then this, almost there, and they got it. They get inside this cave and they realize that there is like a big room inside of it. All of a sudden, the pictures they start taking no longer start forming the way they should. Begin looking at the walls and they come across this. They come across this symbol right here. As they're looking at it, Ted says it reminded him a lot of the Blair Witch Project, and then they start hearing loud screaming, almost like a coyote. His friend tries to convince him that it might just be an animal, but both of them deep down know that it's not an animal. Him and his friend eventually leave the cave, but they leave a note on the website saying that we will be back and we are going to return and conquer this cave. For family and friends who are reading this, be at peace. I will conquer this cave and then I will update this website immediately. See you all soon with lots of answers. Love, Ted. That was on May 19th, 2001. And if you click next, there's nothing. There's no more updates. So whatever they found in that cave took their life or made them disappear, and nobody's ever heard from them since. The thing that makes this scary is the fact that nobody told the location of the cave, so these people died where nobody could find them. Overall, this website tells the disturbing details of Ted in real time, and by the time he figured out what was in the cave, it was already too late. Yeah, make sure to like and follow for tomorrow's video.
That's just a crazy story. Like, that was like a story vibe going on there.
And I'm guessing the Ted guy like wrote like on a website,
updates
like a journal, I guess.
Yeah, like a journal. Now,
and then,
playing devil's advocate, he could have just stopped, you know what I mean? But it is the whole, like, what happened? Because you got this guy who's probably hundreds or thousands or however popular his website was. People were, reading it, getting updates. Like, what is he finding? This is cool. Then all of a sudden, it's like,
nothing.
That's it.
And nobody
what happened
has
to
heard
Ted?
From him,
what happened to Ted? I believe he said that's like a clear web, so to say, website. So I'm interested in that because that's just like a journal. It's like an online journal, like a blog site of Ted's. His journey.
It's freaky what they described.
Oh, yeah, what they found.
In there. They found like something similar to the Blair Witch Project symbol. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And then like a really weird sound. When they left.
Now I know more about the new Blair Witch movies they did. I don't know about like the ancient older things about it. I don't know about that too much, but let us know if you know about this TED thing, if there's updates, what the website even is. I don't know if he said it or not. If there's a last name, I don't know how to search for that. TED Cave?
Yeah.
I want to go on Google TED Cave. TED Cave Journal blog.
Never know.
Who knows?
10 pictures found on the deep web, part 1.
Okay. The last thing looked like it was on a bed, right?
I don't know. So,
Oh.
so right off the bat, there was one that was a Halloween one.
Yeah.
So I could tell whoever put this 10 pictures found on the dark web, it ain't all.
It might not be true.
Yeah, because the one where there was like, I'll probably put it on the screen. There's like 2 things. That's a Halloween costume, apparently from how they dressed in like the 1900s.
Yeah, we didn't.
We have a video on that actually. So that's that. I'm assuming some of these other ones also, you know, whoever made this is probably just trying to get
some
the
of them,
views or whatever.
yeah,
Some of them could be from movies.
Yeah.
The last one they showed for a split second, so I'm gonna try and see. I don't know. Oh, it's further.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Ew.
So yeah, I probably would have just had that on screen for a split second. That looked nasty. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
That was a good idea. I would have never thought to do that. Like, just scroll through the
I'm
video.
gonna assume.
I didn't know. I just saw like a big red X. I didn't know it actually showed that. That was. Is it like a freaking?
You're not gonna be able to find it again. It's really hard to scroll.
Yeah.
That again, I don't know what's real and
That
what's
was
not, because
really
a lot of these
fucking
photos,
creepy.
like some of them, they just look creepy in the sense of like they could be from movies, they could be staged.
The last
I know
one
one
was
of them.
weird.
Yeah, like I know one of them was a Halloween one. That last one, I don't know. Is that a real dark web? Is there a story behind that? Not that like I care, but is it just real? I just want to know like, oh, that's from a movie.
Like, I
it's
literally
fake.
like went
it's
away.
This, it's that.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Now we're gonna hop on to the next video.
Asking dark web strangers about the COVID-19 vaccine. You guys wanted me to do a video on this, so let's just see what they say. All right, as you can see, we are on the dark web, and we're simply just gonna click a random chat. Okay, we connected, and this person said hi, and I said, what is your opinion on the COVID-19 vaccine? Okay, this person thinks it's good, that's 1 point. Okay, this person thinks it's bad, that's 1 point for good, 1 point for bad. Okay, this person said not bad, there's 3 grades, so that's a point for yes. Okay, wow, look what this person said. It's not been tested, therefore I cannot condone it. With more testing and proper planning, it could be a good fix, just not enough information about long-term effects. Don't you find it crazy they say vaccines take years to make, but this one is made and released in only a year? Also, they say cancer doesn't have a cure, but can find the COVID vaccine in just 1 year. Overall, it looks like pretty mixed opinions from these strangers on the dark web. If you guys have a question you want me to ask them, comment down below and I'll do my best to do so. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and follow, and I will see you guys later.
Okay, so that's an example of using the dark net for random shit.
Useful, so to say, not disgusting, not disturbing.
I guess like
and
anonymous feedback of
and oddly enough, that last one, there was some logic behind that.
Yeah.
Like that, there was some logic behind that. The whole COVID vaccine, like, is like, you got these folks and these folks. So we're not going to get into it too much. You guys can argue in the comments and let us know if you're for the vaccine, if you're against the vaccine, and why.
The only thing that I didn't like about it was that certain jobs like mandated it.
I don't
like. My sister's a nurse,
Yeah.
and her job literally mandated her to get it, and if not, she would have been fired.
That I think to force people, like I think you should have the choice.
Yeah.
Like she got
And
the
it's-
vaccine, I didn't. Let's just say.
And the only reason I
you
got
know?
the vaccine was because I was working at a dealership and they were mandating me to wear a mask, even like times when like
Unless
no
you
one
had
was
it,
wearing it.
but if you had it, then
if
you
you
didn't
had the
have to?
vaccine, you didn't
Okay.
have to wear it. So, anyways, I just did it. I was like, fuck it. My
Yeah.
sister did it. I'm not pro or whatever. I'm not. I really don't. Whatever.
but
I never
but
got
know-
like the follow up ones at all. Anyways, but
yeah, I'm curious what you guys think about that because there's a huge debate in general over that.
what I found was like, okay, it took a year to come up with a vaccine.
Which is
Why
crazy.
can't we find a cure for cancer then?
Yeah, like he
for
said, like-
how many, forever.
And not to mention like the side effects of a certain vaccine or
vaccines,
whatever.
it
Like
could
you need to
take
test.
a long time to.
This was like we came up with it. We're already injecting it into people. You don't
and
know
like
the effects.
I get texts on a regular basis, like get your flu and COVID vaccine now. Like
I've never gotten the flu shot either, to my knowledge, unless I was a baby and I didn't know. I'm someone who's never gotten the flu shot in my life. I also don't think I've had the flu. I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, what are your thoughts on the COVID whole vaccine, non-vaccine thing?
A little off topic from dark web, but definitely an interesting topic to talk about in the comments. But that was the last video today about the dark web. This was actually like really creepy and freaky. Our first dark web did really well right away, and it was more like just information and stories. This was like a little more genuinely creepy.
Like really effed up information on it.
Yeah.
And like visually, like I can't.
And we said we wanted to do a follow-up. We did. Here it is. Maybe we'll do a third if you guys want us to.
Let's do like a more informational one. I need a break. Like I can't even. Oh God.
If you're interested in more content, we have a ton of videos from reaction, scary videos, conspiracy theories, dark web, this, that, informational, all different stuff. Consider subscribing for more, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.
All right. Bye.